BB851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
The situation at Norwegian has not only been complex but extremely fast-paced, with new developments coming every single week. The airline, which is financially in a bad position, has recently reported losses, had to ground its 737 MAX fleet, had 787 engine troubles, and had to face the strong battle for market share. In today's video, I wanted to explore their current situation once again, combining as much recent information as possible for you all. We begin with most recently their Q1 results for this year. The airline, which has been posting losses for some time now, was not expected to return to profitability this quarter, but late last year, many had hoped that by the end of 2019, that would be the case. It's now looking more and more unlikely as time goes along. The full report, which will be linked below, has positive news for the carrier and also negative news. It noted that it had increased revenue and also reduced its costs for the first quarter. Total revenue was up 14%, with their passengers carried also up 9%. However, overall, the airline lost some US $171.5 million for the first quarter. While signs point towards a healthy month, the airline has been one of the unlucky ones, as I mentioned earlier, with both the Rolls Royce Trent 1000 engine issues on the 787 impacting them, and also now the Boeing 737 MAX groundings hitting them hard as well. The airline, though, was lucky enough to secure critical funds earlier this year, which has helped it survive, but it drastically needs to improve its financial results if it wants to sustain this business model well into the future. The CEO of Norwegian commented on some of the developments, saying, "I'm pleased with the positive developments this quarter, despite the 737 MAX issues. We've taken a series of initiatives to improve profitability by reducing costs and increasing revenue. We are optimizing our base, structure and route network to streamline the operation, as well as divesting aircraft, postponing aircraft deliveries, and not least implementing our internal cost reduction program, which will boost our financials." The airline, though, is taking the correct approach to hopefully sustaining itself and, more importantly, keeping its place within the aviation industry after it managed to agree to a deal with Boeing to delay the delivery of its Boeing 737 MAX 8s, which were due in 2020 and 2021. The original order for the type will help the airline reduce its capital spending over the course of the next few years. The airline, as I discussed in another video, also came to the decision to postpone deliveries of some of its narrow-body Airbus aircraft, including the likes of the A320neo and A321neo LR. The Norwegian CEO said, "We've had some productive meetings with Boeing, where we have discussed how we can maneuver through the difficulties the MAX situation is causing Norwegian. With these delayed deliveries, though, the airline is actually set to reduce its capital spending by a whopping $2.1 billion. Despite all these major changes, losses, and also groundings, Norwegian is trying their very best to make sure all their customers' journeys are as smooth as possible, and I think that's something we should definitely acknowledge." The CEO continued on to say, "Our dedicated colleagues at Norwegian have been working day and night to find solutions for our customers. They will continue to do their utmost to ensure that all flights continue to depart as planned, regardless of how long the MAX stays out of service." The future of Norwegian is still very much up in the air. They're doing quite a lot to get back on track, but are still posting losses. With that being said, I'd like to thank you very much for tuning into another one of my videos, and I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next one.